You are now listening to the Pelicans post-game report. Flash report.
For all things Pelicans, you're now tuned into the Pelican post-game report. I'm Big Q chiming in on this episode of PPR. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. By all means, feel free to share the show on your social media feed for all things Pelicans. We in this thing, man. And listen, more news from the Pelicans. We've been talking about Pelicans staff. We know that one of the coaches, Darnell Lazard, was one of the big man coach left. Another coach left. So right now, the Pelicans, we're looking at their staff and saying, oh, this is the lull in which the Pelicans need to pick up some help, and they did it. Tonight, today, the Pelicans did announce that former Syracuse assistant Mike Hopkins is joining the Pelicans as an assistant coach. So anyway, Hopkins, man, we'll give you some background on him, a scouting report. And even right now, if you go to the Pelicans website, he's already listed here. Right here, Hopkins is listed as the third coach on Willie Green's staff. You see Willie at the top. James Borrego is the associate head coach. Michael Hopkins is the assistant coach and head of player development, followed by Jaron Collins, Casey Hill, Aaron Miles, Corey Brewer, Jody Meeks, and others. So this is the Pelicans addition right there to try to add some experience to this team. So let's kind of get right into it. Who is Mike Hopkins and what could he do for the Pelicans staff? Well, let's talk about him and this is straight source from the website Syracuse.com. After moving to the NBA last season as an assistant coach with Phoenix, Mike Hopkins is set to begin a second year in the NBA with a new team. Hopkins, who's a former Syracuse University player and assistant coach, has joined the Pelicans as an assistant coach and head of player development. The Pelicans announced on Monday. Now, Hopkins played at Syracuse from 1988 to 1993. He was an assistant on Jim Boeheim's coaching staff at Syracuse from 95 to 2017. Although he has been designated as Boeheim's eventual successor, Hopkins left Syracuse after his 2016-17 season to take the head coaching job at the University of Washington. In 7 seasons at Washington, Hopkins compiled a record of 118 and 106, including 2 NCAA tournament appearances. He was let go of at the 23-24 season. Hopkins then spent last year as an assistant with the Phoenix Suns. The Suns parted ways with coach Mike Budenholzer after the season, so Hopkins will join another former Syracuse assistant coach in New Orleans. Who is that? That's Troy Weaver. He became the Pelicans senior vice president of basketball ops in April due to Joe Dumars coming in. He brought Troy Weaver with him, and I suspect after Bryce Graham went to Atlanta that, of course, Troy Weaver is also operating as the de facto general manager. And, of course, Hopkins and Weaver were both assistants at Syracuse when the Orange won the 2003 NCAA title. So the 2003 championship game was also played in New Orleans. Very interesting. So you were thinking the connection going to Phoenix would tie to Willie. No. This is somebody that has connections to the new regime, the new guy sitting on top of the team, Troy Weaver. So anyway, this is one of the things now. We've talked about this, man, and what his coach style. We made mention of the fact that he was actually a decent coach in college, compiling a decent record. Not bad for him, but a little background on his coaching philosophy as we do the coaching player profiles. Let's kind of add to that and kind of get a little background on that coaching philosophy from Hopkins. Known for his intense and passionate coaching style, he prioritized player development and is reputed to be a strong recruiter and motivator. His offense at Washington utilized 4 perimeter, one in paint scheme, similar to his time at Syracuse. Like I said, he played basketball from 89 to 93, serving as a team captain in his senior year. He went on to play professionally in the CBA, the Netherlands, and Turkey, and he earned his undergraduate degree in speech communications from Syracuse back in 93. So you talk about some of his coaching, gritty style as well, very passionate coach, and hoping that he can bring some of that energy and intensity and intelligence to the Pelicans coaching staff, man, as well. So a coaching hire was made as one of the assistants, and according to the pecking order on the New Orleans Pelicans website, like I showed you guys, that he is listed as the second coach under Willie Green's hierarchy, James Borrego, then Michael Hopkins. So, there you go. So if something were to happen, it could this be I won't even get into it, but y'all know if the season don't go like we thinking, then, who's going to ultimately step in if something was to happen would be Borrego, and Hopkins would be his key top assistant. So we're looking at that. Anyway, with that being said, we're just talking about the day. Mike Hopkins joins the Pelicans coaching staff. Y'all let me know how y'all feel in the comments section about the hiring of Michael Hopkins to the staff. How do you feel about his acumen? Can he help the Pelicans coaching staff, IQ, discipline, all the kind of stuff that we need to kind of reverse fortunes in the city? Y'all hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. By all means, feel free to share the show on social media feed. Hit the comment section. Let me know what y'all think on Mike Hopkins' hire. I'm Big Q. I'm going to holler at y'all on the flip side. Much love to y'all. Appreciate y'all. And go Pels. Peace.
Subscribe now and stay up to date for all things New Orleans Pelicans.